Hey folks, here we are. It's another day, another video, and let me bring you up to date on what we're doing. I watched a video the other day on YouTube, and what it was about the mechanics. You know, I have been throwing the dice, and what I'm really finding out, that this is the target. In other words, I have blue masking tape that I created the target. So when I listen to Bone Thrower and look at all these videos, the mechanics is throwing the dice, getting them to rotate 2 to 4 times forward or backwards and have them land in this spot right here. So I worked at it yesterday, and I've used a couple of different throws, different numbers, and we're going to do that today. So we're going to make sure and do some practice, because I'm going to Las Vegas this Wednesday this week, and I want to know what my game plan's going to be when I go there to play. I'm going to be at the Tuscany Suites Hotel on Wednesday, Thursday, and leave there Friday morning, so it'll give me 2 evenings to have some fun in the casino. I played yesterday, and the strategy has been about, 4 throws and out. And what I have been doing is the throw that I have been practicing is the 2 4s, and there it is there. So on one side is the 1, on the other side of the 4 is the 6. So 1's to the right on both dice, and the 6 is to the left on both dice. So this is the hard way set, because over here is 2s, under there are the 3s, and then the other side are the 5s. So that's really what we're doing, is we're trying to get the mechanics down and more under control, so we're actually landing the dice right in the middle. So there's a 9, and I'm just gonna throw some chips out here on what we're rolling. So there's the 9 on the first come out roll. So there's the 9. And we go back to the same setup. Same thing. 6s to the left, 1s to the right, 4s on top. And again, the idea is to get it. So there's a 5. So we got a 5. And I have really been working on 4 hits. In other words, the short game. Until I reach a point of proficiency to being able to have an SOR of 10, 11, 12, or even possibly more, there's dead center in the mark, and there's the 7 out already. So there's the 7 in the third roll. So that is where I'm trying to get behind. So we just did 3 rolls to the 7, 2 rolls and then a 7 out. So again, I was doing this yesterday, and I had a couple of 2 or 3 very short 2 rolls and out. And there it is, there right in the middle. Okay, so there is a hard 6. So we'll start another set of rolls. And so there's a hard 6. And we'll put the puck out. And we'll do the same thing. And I've just been doing this over and over. And I have several variations of sets. But I'm getting the same kind of results at the same time. So there is a 6. Another 6. So we got the point and come back and got the point. Where's my blue one? So I'll put a blue one in there. So we got the point. I remember I was up in Cleveland a couple of years ago at a meeting, and at lunchtime there's a casino in downtown Cleveland. We were in the hotel that was connected to the casino, and I went over to the casino, and it was around 3 o'clock, and there's a 9, and I was just getting into craps, and my buddy Dick had shown me a very simple strategy, and I went into the casino that day, and I rolled the dice. Now I was I was two spots left of the stick, and the guy beside me at the stick guy, he was playing with $100 chips, and I rolled through 8 points for 45 minutes on that dice, and there's another 6, and it was absolutely amazing. And when I got done, that was the most money that I'd ever got out of. I mean, I was close to $1,000 in earnings with a $200 buy-in on a $5 table. And the guy beside me, he threw me a $100 chip and thanked me for the roll, because I met him at the cash window and he cashed out for close to $7,000. He knew how to play, and he knew how to take advantage of the long roll that I had rolled at that point in time. So right now, we have 4 hits on the table, and I would be pulling down my bets. There's a 6, so there's another one. Look at this. All of the 6s that are coming out with these throws that I'm putting up there. So it's amazing. And when I get done with a couple of sets here, then I'm going to set up some money and bets and actually play the game. Okay? And there's a 5. So now we've got a bunch of hits, and I have actually pulled my bets off the table at this point in time. And now I'm throwing to practice is what I'm doing, is throwing to practice on the craps table, because obviously the craps table is going to be very different than what mine is. As far as bouncy, being hard, or whatever it's going to be. So when I pull my money off, there's dead center in the blue spot, and there's a 2. So we got a 2. So right now we got a pretty substantial roll happening in what we're doing here. And again, this is on the Golden Craps on their website. This was the setup that they talked about, that all new craps throwers, people that want to learn how to set the dice, this is the roll that they should be throwing for at least their first 6 months. And there's a 3. There's the 3. So now we're into the hotels or the casino's money at this point in time, with obviously the number of rolls that I've thrown here. And you know what? We started out, we made 2 rolls and got a point, and then 7'd out immediately. But now we're actually really getting beyond that. And there's the 7. So there's the 7, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rolls. And 11 rolls, if I can get my SOR close to that 10, 11, or beyond that in number of rolls, using the short game, and that's simply putting up the bets and playing the first 4 rolls. So let's do that. Let me get these off the table. And we're going to take some time and see what we can do. Take this off, put it in there, bucks off. Okay, so we're going to bring out some money. So I've got 100. There was $300 here last night. So I'm gonna start with $300. I'm gonna put this black chip back in the bag, and I'm gonna bring out a couple of red chips. So I know that's 100. So we're going to take that one, we're going to put it in the rack, and we're going to take out 4 greens and add them to where we're at. So we got literally $300 sitting in the rack. So there's 100, there's 100, 250, and let's see what we got here. So there's 5, 10, 15. So that's what we're going to start out with. So we got 100, 200, 250, 55, 60, 65, 266. So that's what we're going to start with today. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put 20 on the pass line, because most of the tables where I go to play is $10 tables. So we're going to start with that. Now when we go to the pass line coming out, we're going to put $2 onto, let me get rid of these pens. I'm going to put $2 on the craps line. So if I crap out, I don't lose $20. I get 16 back for the 10 that I would lose here. I'd rather lose the $2 over there. So here is our come out roll. And we're in the money, and it's a craps, okay? See that? There's the crap. So I lost the 10 bucks, but I got 16 back. So 15, 16. So there's our $10 there. We got our $2 back, so we're going to put it back in the craps again, and we'll put that in the bag. So come out with craps, a pair of aces. So I don't know how many of you out there are interested in this, but it just, to me, it's just a great hobby and pastime. And if you can, there's an 8. Okay, so 8 is now the point. So what we're going to play is we're going to play sort of all-in betting. So there's the 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to take, and we're going to put $10 on all the numbers across the board. And on the 6, we got to add $2. So we got the 6 covered. I'm going to put some odds behind my bet. I'm going to put 25 as odds behind my bet. Actually, we're going to put 30 back there, because an 8, that is a prominent number. The 6 and the 8 are the easiest numbers to hit. And what we're doing, and then I'm going to play with $10 in the come. And we're going to go back to our same roll, the 4s. So the goal is to get 4 hits. Okay, so there's a 4, and that's a hit. So now we got a 4. Actually, that's our point. So we got a 4. So it's 2-1. So I have $10 bet. So I win 20. So I win 20, and I have 4 there. So in the field, I won in there also. So I'm going to take this money and I'm going to add it to those 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up the 8 again. So we're going to add. So what we won that run, we're actually going to add it back in and push the bets. So we're going to increase the bets. Let me get this out of the way because we lost that. That's gone. So here we are with a 4 and a 6. And what I'm really trying to hopefully going to show you here is with a little bit of practice and what I'm doing, and we want to hit right in there. There we go, right in the circle. And what we got was an 8. 8 hard. So that's 2 4s. Where'd you go? Come on. It flipped over, caught on the tape. But that was 2 4s is what that roll was. So we got an 8, which was our point. Okay, so we made our point. We lose the field. There's no 8s in the field, so we lose the field. But what we got over here is we got $10 on the pass line. We got $30 on the back, and that is going to pay 34. 25, 34, and I think I'm right. I'm within $1. I'm pretty sure of that. So now we're going to take all this money, we're going to leave the pass line up, but we're going to put it out there. So we're going to put the 25 on the 10, we're going to put 10 on the 9, 15 more on the 9. We're going to add another one on the 6, and I'm going to get some reds. Actually, I'm going to have 5 on there, and I'm going to get a green. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put 2 more on the 5, so that's 25 there, and we're going to put a green on the 5. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to put 25 and 5. So we're going to put those in there, put 4 in there. I'm going to add 1 to it. So we got 25 and 5 on there. So we've increased our bets. And again, our and I'm going to put 30 on the 8. And we're going to put our, don't need any odds, this is a come out roll. So we're going to see what happens. And you know what? I need to put my $2 craps bet over there. This is a come out roll. And I have told the dealer that the bets are on. You know, typically when you have a come out roll, the bets are let me fix these again and put some reds back into the bank. Fix that one. On the come out roll, typically the bets are off, but I have told the dealer the bets are on. All right? And we hit the hole, and 8 is the come out. So we have 8 again. 8 is the point, but my bet is on. So I've got 30 there, and it's going to pay me 6 to 5. So that is 5 6s. So that's $6 and 30. So it's $36 is what it's going to pay. $36. That's the dealer's money. So that's 3 hits now, folks. That's 3 hits we've made. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump them again. We're going to add another unit onto there and another unit onto the 9. And we're looking for our 4th hit is what we're looking for. And there it is, 6 the hard way. So there's 6. So I've got 25, 35, $36 there. So 35, that's $7. And 35, so that's $42 is what it pays. So 25, 35, 40, $42. So that's what pays there. And now I can't take the pass line up. But what I'm going to do is we've had 4 hits now, so now I'm taking all of the bets down off the table. That's my prerogative to do that. So we're taking all of the bets down off the table. So now we're going to finish the rollout and have an expectation of a 7. Not too far into the future. In the money, there it is. Look at that, folks. There's the 7. There's exactly what I was talking about. There's the 7. And so we lost the $10. And that's where we're at. So let's see where we ended up with money-wise in what we're doing. So let me split these things apart. Red, green, green, put them in the right place. So there's green, and there's red, and green, and red. and there's another green. So remember, we started out with just a little over $200, so there's 4. There's $300 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 25. So here's what we got. We have 1, 2, 300, 375, 385, 90, 95, 300. So in that one set of going for 4 hits, playing the short game with 4 hits, we're up $100. And that is actually amazing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So the important thing that I'm learning in doing this and actually teaching to you, I'm learning better how the game plays. And that's important to me, because if I want to play this game, if I'm going to play this game with my money, I want to make sure that I understand the rules of the game and how to play it and have some strategies. When I'm following the idea, and the casino obviously doesn't believe it's possible to do that, but in learning how to create some consistency in rolling the dice, so I have a target right here that I'm learning the mechanics so that I'm hitting that same spot in that area on every roll that I'm throwing to get some consistency. You know, I work in the financial services industry, and it's amazing. When I talk to people, I teach people how money works. And very simply, it's understanding and learning the banking concept, because obviously the banks make a lot of money, and I want people that I work with to know how the rules are. They want to know how to play the game, and that's no different than what I'm talking about here, is learning how to play the game, know what the odds are, and the way we play the game. This is the best odds in the casino. And I would think it may, even understanding this dice setting, it may be better than the odds of the stock market. I don't know that, but we have a great hobby, and don't expect to lose a lot of money at doing what I'm doing. So with that being said, we're going to cut it off for there. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, I'm going to Vegas on Wednesday, and I will shoot some videos from there. God bless. Bye-bye.